Alright, hold on. A little bit. Ah, what the heck? Wrong way. No, wait, because it's going to hit. Okay, back, now, in, coming in.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Oh.
Woo-hoo! Oh, that's perfect.
Does that work?
That's perfect.
And it's out just enough.
Ah, I love it. I'm so glad you talked me into letting you dig it out.
Forgot to hit record.
Did you? Yeah. So I just put the tank from here to here is what we missed.
Yeah.
But look in here. Can't really see anything.
No, there's the line coming from the hydrant.
Yeah.
There's the line coming from the pump.
So, see, this is why people don't like working with this poly. You see how it's curved every direction? And right there coming up, that one's pretty straight. But, we're going to have to, I'm wondering if we're going to have to tee that. If I'm going to have to cut that off here and put a T, like a 90 in it, because, I mean, you don't want it coming out and around. Oh, all right, that's all right though. I'm just tickled we got our hydrant set. It looks good. There. Second pull. Wherever I primed it right. How easily we can roll that without it rolling all the way. Hey Tom, I'd like for you to move back here. Okay. Move. Roll it. Roll back. You know, it'd probably been easier. We would have just unplugged the cord.
Oh yeah, and wrapped it under it, or pulled it under it. You don't always do the easiest stuff, do you? Nor the smartest. Just kidding. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are getting things prepped and ready for winter. It is on its way. It is so cold out right now. It's already started dropping below freezing at night. So we have already wrapped the camper, which is all we did was put black plastic around the bottom of it here. All I did was just take a roll of black plastic, clipped it up to some little lips that it had at the bottom of the trailer, and then it's folded. It's just doubled up, maybe even tripled up. But anyway, it just goes to the ground, and then I got some rocks from the inside, just lining the bottom of it to keep it from, when the wind comes through, to keep it from blowing it out and messing it up. So this is what we did last winter. Worked well. We will just have to wait and see if things get cold. We may have to put colder. We usually keep our lights on underneath. That will the exterior lights are under the trailer, so that will keep it a little bit warmer. We can also run a heat lamp if it starts to, if we have any issues with anything freezing off. So that's what we've done to prep the trailer. We will also be running our heated hose once we get everything hooked up to the hydrant. As you saw, we have our hydrant in place. We have our excavator guy coming today to get the pump house covered. So we're going to mount all that dirt in the back. Will be mounded up around the pump house, and we will slope it down to shed water. and then we will cover it and create sort of a living roof on the top. Like we said in previous videos, we know that the wood will rot, but eventually over some years. This is temporary, just to get us through this winter. It may stay around a little bit longer, just depends on how long it takes us to get things going and started with our home build. But we do plan on moving everything around and readjusting once we start on the house. So we'll address all that next spring, summer, maybe going into the next spring and summer after that. We'll just have to wait and see. Everything's just kind of fluid right now. So he's going to be here today to do the dirt. We've also got some brush piles that we've been working on. So these piles here, we're not even going to talk about the big ones on the other side of the road. Those will be dealt with later on. Right now I just want to get this side addressed. So here's the mound that will cover the pump house. And then we have the piles back here. We've been chipping away at this. Me and the girls and all the kiddos have been working on. What we do is we take the tops of the little trees, we top them, and then we cut the roots off of them. Show you a pile of roots. And then we cut, here's a pile of roots that we cut. We cut the tops, the roots, and then we pile them up separately. And then we delimb them, which is here. Delimb, debranch. And so that leaves us with, let me see if I can find one. Well, we've not delimbed these yet, but you see we've got this. It's topped and bottomed. And then we will take the branches off. And the girls have been working in the dog kennel. They've been making their dog house out of these posts. So I'll show you that here in a little bit of what they've been working on. But what I'm going to have him do while he's here is put all the rest of these, which we've cleared it up quite a bit. So I'm not disappointed with the work that we've already done. We've just got so much to do. It kind of gets overwhelming, but we just have to keep it in perspective that it doesn't all have to happen right now. And if it has to be here, I want to get it all done before the first snow. We got some ice the other day, which is really kind of eye-opening that, winter is coming and whatever's left on the ground will be covered until spring. So we're just trying to get through this month. Hopefully the snow will hold off. I'm not sure. It is in the forecast. There are some places already getting snow in Idaho, so we'll just wait and see. Anyway, we're just going to keep working at it until it does happen. And once it happens, it's like, okay, we're just going to take it easy for the winter and pick it back up in the spring. Things will move inside and we can do, more homeschooling and things like that. Honing in on some other skills that are winter stuff. So anyway, I'm going to have him pile up what we have left back here, the ones that we haven't gotten to work with yet, so that's all organized in one spot, and we can rake the rest of the property down and kind of get it ready to be worked with. When spring hits, we do want to put in our garden beds. We may be able to build them in the winter and let them sit until we get to planting. So as soon as spring hits, we want to get things, seeds started and beds ready to go for when it does warm up enough that we'll be able to plant. Really want gardens, really want this to be just an edible forest, a food jungle. So anyway, that's what he's going to be doing. Also, we've got a ton of large rocks that we will be having him move to the front. We've moved a couple around, but they are just so heavy. We've been rocking them up on a dolly and just very carefully moving them to where we want them. But there is so many and they are so heavy. We're just going to take advantage of having his equipment here and have him take those to the front and line the front of the road. Just nice and neat. It uses them. They're beautiful. I will keep some for some raised bed gardens. So he's going to start here in the back. We're going to dress this up Now that everything's plumbed in and hooked up, we got the chainsaw working as you saw, and we'll just have him pick these logs up and place them neatly on the side as he fills the post in here for the electric meter, the pump house, the rocks, and the leftover trees and brush pile. So I don't know if we can get it all done today. Hope so, because this is kind of the last time that we'll have him here for this season. All right, so we'll see you guys in just a bit. He's mounding up the sides. Bob's taking some rocks and he's going ahead and lining out where the steps and the entryway of the pump house will be.
Oh, that was good.
Up here?
Here's another one. Good job, baby.
Huh?
So as you can see, we are going ahead and wrapping the hydrant with, what's that called? Well, it's a type of insulation thing. It's
Water pipe wrap.
water pipe wrap. So we're doing that just as an extra tiny bit of security, where we have rock lining the hydrant and not as much dirt. We were just kind of worried about how that would insulate for that. So it's just kind of a,
Give me the other piece.
we're just trying it.
We're going now double it and go over it
So
again.
he's going to wrap it and double wrap it, and then we'll stack the rocks and dirt up around it to ground level. Now, given the top, once we have it open and water is actually running through it, our heated hose will be hooked up to it, and we're going to tape it so far down, like a foot down.
Do I have to
So
leave it the same size?
it'll be nice and warm, and we'll just keep a check on it once
Let me see it.
the temperatures get down to below freezing. All right, so he's finished, and let's check out our pump house. Let's see.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Gotta finish
Show
putting
you.
the dirt up around the hydrant and filling this in. We put some extra insulation around it because it's not going to have a lot of earth between. It's going to have more rock because we're going to have the entrance and the steps right through there. So we'll have to finish the door and then dress this up. We're debating on whether or not to cover this or just put a little lean-to on it and put some,
Put about
metal.
two
Yeah,
by
put some-
sixes and some metal and
Yeah.
slope it to the back. Let's walk around and look. Actually, let's do it this way. Here's what it looks like so far. We've got it rocked up.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna just
finish the door.
keep putting some rocks there. We do have to finish the door, but that's not priority right now. We will continue covering the hydrant up, and then here's how it's looking. Just mound it all the way up around. All the way. We'll let the kids, now they can pack it down. Let them play on that, get it all packed down. We'll keep raking it and smoothing it back so we've got a nice gentle slope. He worked a little bit out here to get all this stuff kind of smoothed away. We still need to do a few placement of some more rocks on the driveway. Let's see. Here there were some couple of brush piles that he fixed. Kind of combined them, and it's just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of tedious piles to grab and pile and grab and pile, and we were trying to keep everything to a minimum. But you could spend all day and days just placing rocks and moving sticks and stumps and whatnot. So let me show you the view from the road of what we did get done, because I'm excited about this part. So coming into the road from the wellhead, he started lining the big rocks for us. And then all the way around to our mailbox, just lining the rocks. They're just so heavy and so many of them. So now that gets them out of my way, being able to work with the land, work the ground here. We're just going to continue working our way through the brush piles and on the ground until the ground is covered with snow. We do not know when that time will be, but we know that it is close. So just getting everything ready to be snowed in till spring. There's still so much to do, but we are so happy with the progress that we've already made. It's so easy to get overwhelmed just looking at so much more to do. You do, you work on this, we work on this, and we work on this, and then it's like, there's still more to go. We can see the progress, we can see what it's going to be, and the potential that we have. We just got to keep on working at it, and yeah, it's getting done. We're getting there. So upcoming plans, we got the well pump put in. That was a blessing. So it's in, the pump is in, the line is ran, the pressure tank is in the pump house. Now we just got to hook all that stuff up together, and we will be able to connect our heated hose into our frost-free hydrant. We'll be all set for winter. Will we get it all done before the snow comes? I don't know. But we're working at it, and we'll just make do as that time comes and whenever that time comes. We did wrap the trailer, and we at least have our heated hose here, and it is ready to go whenever we do get it hooked up. So just a little bit more to go. We're on our way. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment, and we will catch you on the next one.